that scramble, there was about 18 shots in 10 seconds. They're going to be so off on that 1 minute play. I don't know how many shots were there. I think I gave 1. That's probably about 12.
You haven't done a preview?
No, I'm not. Yes.
I'll write a quick one.
I copy paste mine from preview. That's why I do when I don't like having Kalen. I'm so that preview copy paste.
I'll just whip something up really quick.
Yes. Extraordinary. They take a lot of wall up.
Where do they go? The hobbies.
Soft hands.
Yeah, supermarket.
Chemist warehouse. Probably in supermarket too. There's some dollar for your stem.
Dollar?
Yeah. Dollar for great deal. Last time.
Excellent, but you need gloves.
Yeah.
Put them in.
You soft southerners.
Do you have with your gloves? I mean, you don't have fingers.
He's vlogging, I'm just talking.
Okay.
I've done my
Very
shift
good.
today. Have we got teams to go through?
We got Boston. That's probably one I made anyway. I know. Jack Gates has moved across. Hasn't started yet though.
Ash, have we got teams live there? They're both on. We're pretty well good to go here, mate. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep.
Now that's me moving a chair so I can see the monitor. Well, hopefully not.
Let's do that for goal updates.
Alrighty.
Bang it.
Welcome to Buckby Land Rover Park here for the Italian Derby. A very interesting Italian Derby. This one between Hobart Zebras and Launceston City. A couple of weeks ago, you might not have thought it, but things have certainly changed significantly for both sides here. The Zebras under new management after Peter Saville sensationally walking out early in the week. He's been replaced by David Smith for the next couple of weeks. How will that change things up remains to be seen. Launceston City, meanwhile, have massively turned a corner. They were languishing in last over the first 6 or 7 weeks of the season, but have really turned things around. They stunned South Hobart in the Cup, and then they thumped Clarence last week. This should be a very interesting match between these two sides. Might be a slight delay in kickoff here due to the Super League beforehand. Joining me to talk our way through this one is a legend around these parts, Jamie Richardson, making his commentary debut. Welcome, Jamie.
Don't know about legend, Andrew, but yeah, it's a nice place to be, obviously. Very, very good to be here. So, very, very interesting clash, though, given City's last 2 games. A big win against South Hobart 2 weeks ago up here. And then a big away win as well, 5-0 against Clarence. So, you know, but we'll see. Zebras need a win to maintain their title charge, though.
Yeah, they dropped off the pace a little bit in that final 15 minutes last week. It was a stunning turn of results. And then, of course, Peter Saville walking out. And it's going to be interesting to see how they approach today. Smith, very different in the way he goes about it from all reports. Very much likes these teams to play it along the deck, which is, I suppose, the antithesis of what Peter Saville's been about. The Zebras this year. So will he seek to change things, or will he keep things the same, I wonder?
Well, it's very contrasting styles, if that's the case. How long has he been here for? Since Thursday, 1 session?
Yeah, he wouldn't have worked too many sessions with them. Flown in to take charge of him for this game and the Big Cup semi-final next week, which is another shadow hanging over this game for both teams. They won't want to be looking too far ahead because they know it's an important game, but the temptation must be there to be viewing the Big Cup semi-finals in a week's time as the game.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't think David Smith would change too much today. Like, he's got big Hoogsler to bang balls in, Groundwald for set pieces. I mean, I don't think City have anything to combat that.
They were expecting the aerial assault. Now, that approach has certainly paid dividends for City at times this year. They've been very tough to deal with. Really looking forward to this one. The Italian derby. It's a lovely day up here at Buckley Land Rover Park. I suspect it's going to be damn cold in about an hour's time, but for now, lovely conditions for football, you'd have to say.
Yeah, once that sun goes down the hills behind us, it can get pretty cold up here. Andrew, you got the gloves ready, the hot hands?
Hot hands. I'll come prepared, Richardson. I'm all over this, and the two teams about to walk out here. We'll talk you through them. We have a look at the City lineup there. Number 7, Nathan Bartlett. Number 8, Aaron Campbell. Actually, Jamie, you should talk us through. You're the man in the know around these parts. Talk us through the City side.
All right, so as you said, 7, Nathan Bartlett, captain at the moment. So just taken over from Dave Smith and Butsy.
I don't know why they're not wearing their pink.
Number 8 is Aaron Campbell.
It's up to the refs at the end of the
12, Andrew Compain, scoring 2 goals last week, so he'll hope to continue that one. Number 19, Isaac DeGetto, playing against his, well,
sort of form team.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, he's come back to City now. He still lives down Hobart, so he's trained with South Hobart. So he's been a bit of a live wire the last 2 games he's played. Fine. Number 5, Shane Egan, the Rock, solid back in centre defence. Number 22, Reece Gill will join Shane Egan, I assume, at centre back there. 18, one of the imports, Carl Kelly. Jazza Linger, number 11. Dylan O'Connor, number 6. Actually, he might play centre back today. He's been doing pretty good there since the makeshift move from centre midfield. 21, Will Smith. That is the big in today. Like, Dave Smith is out for 6 to 8 weeks. Not the game you want him out for with the air bombardment coming in. So the young man, 21, Will Smith, he's going to have big ass today. And then rounding out the starting lineup, Dylan Williams, number 4, who was on fire last week, I think.
Yeah, 3 goals he put on a bladder. Dylan O'Connor, playing centre-back, you mentioned, was also very good. We might take a look at the Zebras lineup as well if we can, Ash. And no surprises here at all. The exact same 11 we've seen pretty well every week. Number 10, Christopher Downs in the middle. Big Nick Groenwald at the back, who's been imperious for them down there Jaden Hay, I suspect, will play right back. Lukey Hughesloot will sit just behind Matty Sanders up top and be that target man for them. Number 8, Imran Lewis will partner Gronwald in defence. Adam McEwen generally starting out on the left, looking to cut in onto the right. Marcelo McCurry will be the goalkeeper. And Jordan Muller, Matty Sanders, Muller in the middle, Sanders up top. Dwayne Walsh will play wide on the right, and Luke Warner will be at fullback. And on the bench, which, well, we might just see getting used today, which would be a rarity for these Zebras, but perhaps young Jack Gates, who's made the move from the Lions Den across to the Zebras, switching up his African animals there. Will he get a bit of a look in today off the pine? Callan Griffin, Teddy Kadisha and Nathan Reid, the others on the pine. We'll wait and see if they get a run today. It's the two captains shaking hands in the middle. And before we start here, what's your prediction, Jamie?
Well, I think Juve will win on the day.
That's a very safe call. I'm just locking in a draw after that one, I reckon.
Yeah, no, I think it's Zebras to lose. I think they got the tall timber. If they play the balls in the right areas, City can't deal with them. If they don't, though, then City may get a sniff. But, yeah, I don't know. I reckon Zebras probably just going to shade it. Yourself, Andrew?
I actually think the home side might get the victory today. I think they're going all right at the moment, City. They were really impressive last week. I sense a bit of an upset could be on the cards here. They've turned a corner over the past fortnight. And Zebras, I just wonder how disruptive Saville leaving is going to be, although they do have the same 11 out there, so it's going to be interesting. It was fairly one-sided last time they met down in the south. Zebras, as you mentioned, dominating in the air that day and got the win, but two very different looking teams heading into this one. We're just about in readiness. Brenton Copra to ref this one as the cider maker, just strutting back towards his goals here, just keeping us waiting there. The man who deputises for David Smith today, as you mentioned, a big role for him. That pressure very much on the young keeper. 21 on his back, that's also his age, isn't it, Joe?
No, he's well younger than that. He's actually only 16.
16, so the other one must be the 21-year-old. I was reading something about that in your paper up this way.
Lachlan Clark. No, he's only 17 or 18. 18? Yeah, two very young keepers.
Swing of young, Jared Linger gets on the ball and Kyle Kelly flicks it forward. Cut off there by Jordan Muller. Looking at tight areas in front of Jaden Hay. That ball just staying in, and Hay surges off down the right. Looks to play McEwen, who's started today on the right wing. And interestingly to see, the Zebras are starting with a back three here, which is certainly not something we've seen from them this year. So already Smith ringing the changes in.
Certainly didn't work for City for the first 5-6 rounds.
The old back three, well, it's very much in vogue these days, isn't it? Rolling out the three at the back, and something's not going to change, it would seem. Big Gronwald and Lewis sauntering their way forward here, with Jaden Hay prepping one of his trademark long throws into the box. So they're at least going to keep that aspect of their game, but an interesting formation shift from the Zebs. The long throw into the box is cleared away. Nodded down by Muller to Downs. Looks it across to the Chicago kid Gronwald.
Fellow American steals it though.
And he's done very nicely there, Dylan Williams. So he looked to break forward. Downs sees it out of play. It's going to be an interesting battle out there on that flank. Compain had a fine game last week at Clarence. Very industrious getting forwards there and causing Clarence some issues. He's looking to pick up where he left off. Over the top now, McEwen's appeared on the left, so he seems to be all over the place early on. Sunday McEwen, he jinks one way, then the other. Sends it in for Sanders, turns and crosses, and then put away by O'Connor, who has been pretty good since moving to centre back.
Yes, he has been. We have a very lacking centre backs actually at City at the moment, so he's had to slide back there.
As Walsh has a pop from range, that was never going to test the keeper though, but shows he's willing to have a hit. And Luke Hughesloot, it seems, is playing a deep midfield role alongside Jordan Muller. And that's how they seem to be lining up. So now they've all shifted again back to a back four, so I don't know what they're lining up here, Jamie. Shifted things about.
Just trying to confuse the home team, I think, maybe.
Kyle Kelly in acres of space on this near side to us. Gronwald wins the header. Hughesloot wins in the air, as you'll expect him to do all day long. Played back from Compain. And shut down by Chris Downs on the far side. Reese Gould out there for City. A long throw. Grunwald looking to get body position there onto Ghetto. Charging forward is Warrener. Into the feet of Sanders, who switches the play with a lovely pass for Jaden Hay, who looks to get forward. He's charging off there. Kelly standing tight to him now. Hay jinks inside, and he's not preferred. It was steered away from him. Muller lashes the foot at that one, but well done by Campbell away from him. And now Lewis will lead to Ghetto to the ball. And cleverly plays it off him and wins the throw-in. A good pace to this game early on.
The Zebras are looking to press their advantage early. I don't think City's really got in their front third.
So a cracking curtain raiser between these two clubs' women's sides in the Super League earlier on today. It was 1-0 in favour of Zebras in that one. Not entirely sure how it ended 1-0. City had a mountain of chances in that second half. Couldn't put one away. Cracking game. And
4 goalmouth scrambles towards the end there.
it was absolute chaos. It ended 1-0 and Zebras take the first game of these two today in this big double header as Williams smashes this one out of play. Down towards the City bench there. And Marion Lewis will leave the throw-in duties to Jaden Hay. Into the middle of the park. Picked up by Compain. He chips it looking for De Ghetto. And out sharply off his line was Mercury.
Who's a surprising omission today is Vinny Camano. Scored a double last week.
Yeah, very harsh.
Not sure what the issue is there, whether he's had groin issues, but whether that's the case today, I'm not sure. Didn't play the championship either. It's a fresh sub.
As this one's worked down the right, Warrener across to deal with Compain, but Compain jinks inside nicely, flicks it through, and the sliding block there from Gronwell puts it behind, and a corner for City here. Some nice work from Campbell. Wins the set piece for his side. Kyle Kelly striding across to take. You would think the aerial advantage would be with the Zebras in this one, though.
Oh, you'd think so. I don't think City have one player that stands as tall as Higgsloot, Grunwald and Lewis.
So this one's swung into the mixer. And it's off the head of Bartlett. And behind it goes for a goal kick. Mercury will take his goal kick. Scores early in the round. Olympia 4-0 last night over Clarence. South Hobart comfortably accounting for Kingborough 5-0 down at the Den. Rangers and Devonport also kicking off as we restart here with a long kick into the middle. Gronwald not taking the kick today, which is a change from what we've seen under Saville. Smith not having a bar of it, says the goalkeeper can take his own kicks. As Downs works it forward, Sanders lays it back. And they build from the middle, cut off by O'Connor. He did that so well last week against Clarence. He just read the game beautifully and started their play from the back. Bit of a turnover here. Gould able to get the ball back though and works it to Williams. Forward he goes. Getting a foot in was Warrener.
City have started steadily here, Andrew. A little bit.
Yeah, it's been a pretty even opening to the game so far. City probably just shading it though. This one's chipped into the box. Lewis will let that one go for his keeper.
Definitely not the tactic for today, I don't think. The long ball in the box from City.
No, I wouldn't have thought so. Probably not the more likely of the two teams to do it.
Little Isaac De Ghetto, I don't think has a chance.
That's one you want to be hitting the feet of.
Yeah, we'll slide one through.
Playing centrally with Kelly and Compain either side of him. Bit of a front three for City. Throw it down the line, Warren is there. Eventually, City gather the ball and then played off on Muller on how to play. in front of the scoreboard.
Controversial scoreboard. It's,
Yeah.
blocking the view of a few spectators over there.
Had heard it had ruffled a few feathers, the placement of that one. Well save. Kudos for the media box here though. Very nicely done, City. Well, straight as well when we come up here. And then we've got a media box, so loving the work of all involved up here.
Just need a heater in here, maybe, in the middle of winter.
That's probably the next on the agenda, I reckon.
We'll be mentioning that later in probably about half an hour.
Here's Lewis now. Takes over at the back for Zebras. Interesting to see them in the Italian flag kit, really getting to the spirit of the Italian derby. But they've got the fluorescent pink kit, which I thought against City with the white and black might have been the more natural choice.
Yeah, there's a lot of white out there today.
It certainly is. I'm pretty sure that those pink kits were actually worn by the ladies in the game before. Not sure they were some of the tightest fits you'll ever see. Some shirt grabbing would have been going on, purely because they were just far too big. Delaney wearing Grunwald's shirt was just an interesting sight. Anyway, I digress as they attack down the left here with Warner getting forward. Lovely ball into Walsh. He turns and shoots.
Oh,
and
is that a
puts
save?
just past the post.
Not a save? I thought Will Smith got a hand of that. But
Certainly that's what Sanders and McEwen are
yeah,
arguing.
they've convinced the ref there.
So well done, keep up. He made the big save in the end. Walsh just wanted the post.
Yeah, I did think Will Smith did get a hand of that, but
Good start from the side of maker in net, deputising for David Smith. Sanders sends this one to the back post. The Chicago kid, he nods down. Suspicions of handball. And Copper spots it. And that will relieve the pressure at the back. Pretty easy decision, that one, for Copper to make. Okay, for donning the cap. I wonder if that'll come off at half time. Wouldn't have thought there would be too much need for it shortly. So that was interesting from O'Connor, but plenty of space out here on the left was Linger. Not his best work though, he's turned it over to Muller. Walsh to Sanders. Plays a 1-2 and the Dwayne Pipe looks to thread it through for McEwen, who's in behind, sliding at it and punched behind by Smith again. The offside flag had been raised though. Some nice work from Dwayne Walsh here, playing the 1-2. Slid it through and I'm not entirely sure that was offside, to be honest. Yeah, looked like he timed his run pretty well, McEwen. Keeper had made the stop anyway, so fairly inconsequential. Here's Kelly down the line, anticipating was Lewis. Thought he might have fouled Digetto there, but not so. Ball by Gronwald to the feet of Sanders, that was slick. Now Downs picks it up with the lefty, chips into the path of McEwen, but not too far ahead of him, and Smith collects and gets things started quickly again. Bartlett. Now Campaign. Deflects off Warner. Downs is there.
it's currently 0-0 at Valley Road.
Any chances in that one yet, Jamie?
I will just have a look. 2 shots on a piece. No.
Downs swings this one into the middle of the box. O'Connor just got ahead to it. Sanders was lurking. Now Walsh with a little nutmeg on Linger. That's support though.
It's actually 1-0 to Zebras after 14 minutes.
1-0 to Zebras. I find that surprising, mate.
To Devonport, sorry.
So I've been watching this one fairly closely. So the Strikers take the lead at Valley Road.
Early days there.
In the early days, the Strikers looking to keep pace with the Warriors at the top of the table. Here's Kyle Kelly. The Irishman sends it down the line, bustling out after that one. Lewis just smacks that one onto the other pitch.
That other pitch is probably currently better than the main pitch. There's plenty of sand on here.
Yeah, it is a bit beach-like, I've got to say, this pitch at the moment.
See if it grows back towards the end of the year, but at the moment, it's
Bartlett
not the
chips
best.
that one. I'll roll out. I thought if anyone that would suit Zebras given the way they've played this year. Not really noted for keeping it along the deck.
It certainly didn't help South Hobart 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, wouldn't have thought they'd be in love with that type of pitch.
No. Although they didn't moan about it to their credit. They got on with it.
And of course, City booking their place in the semi-final of the Lucky Cup, taking on Glenorchy Knights next Saturday evening. We'll have that one live streamed as well as the Zebras game against the Warriors on the Sunday at 2.
What's your tip there, Andrew?
Oh, not close enough for the game. I mean, someone could snap their hamstring here and it might change things, mate. But too soon to be making predictions on that yet, but I'll predict a good game of football.
Do you think City's the underdog?
That's certainly what City's coach told me a week ago when I asked him about it. He does have a point with the net spend of the two teams. It's an interesting situation, the team from the lower division. But
you got James Sherman and Tyler Harrison in particular. They've got a very good squad.
Plenty of depth too at the Knights. But it should be a cracking game. As Muller charges forward here for the Zebras. Sprints it wide. I reckon they've played more along the deck in this one than they have all season combined.
Zebras,
yeah. Lewis will get this one ahead of Williams. Has a look up and then chips it forward.
Played a few years under Sav and he likes them knocked in the channels for his striders run onto, and he likes them tall timber as well, obviously, as it worked for him last year.
He's playing to the strengths of his squads, and can't argue with the results he's achieved.
Nothing fancy.
A big loss to Tasmanian football, Saville out of the managerial game.
Well, apparently he's gone down to Rangers to help out Lino.
Really?
Apparently.
Oh, the whispers from North. That's why you're on the broadcast, Jamie Richardson, Northern Insider.
Yes. Good mate Mitch Dent, I think, mentioned that one.
There you go.
But don't quote me on that.
Well, I won't, but I think the live stream might. We are on microphone, as City will take the throw in.
Oh, it's out there.
There you go. Well, that's good if he's back in it.
I don't think you ever completely fall out of love with the game.
Into the middle it goes.
I think the 2-hour trip up and back, I think that eventually got the better of him, maybe.
Yeah, well, I'd had enough of it and I just had to drive up here today. I wouldn't be doing that 3 times a week.
How is the roadworks on the Midlands at the moment?
Not as bad as they were a month ago, but they are still pretty frustrating. There's this one's worked down the line, grown all out there. It's a little bit longer than usual, but not too bad. But, definitely had to make up the trip for the doubleheader today. Big game here. And a big game earlier. Well, the Zebras taking the chocolates in that one. And they do it again here. Long ball forward, searching for McEwen. Egan out there, as is O'Connor. Just belts it straight back from whence it came. Cromwell controlled it, now chipped in behind, and they're in here. Compain charging, puts it into the middle, couldn't pick out Kelly. Trucking it down is Dylan Williams, drops the shoulder, gets to the byline, cuts back onto the right, curls it. Straight up Mercury, and a good opening there, and a chance goes begging for City.
Kingsley gets back, defends pretty well. He's back in the 6-yard box there. He's looking a bit ginger now. But I'm sure he'll be back up there any minute now.
This one's forward. Egan steers it away from the Dwayne pipe. No, he's a very complete player, Hughes-Luke, whilst his aerial work's got the most attention this year. There's a lot more strings to his bow.
Box to box, you could almost say.
He did play that for university quite a bit before making the move. 2 Zebras as Hay curls one in. O'Connor sticks out the foot and puts it behind for a corner. It's a pretty good flow to this game through the first 15 minutes. Pretty end to end, both teams having their moments. They're really stamping their superiority on the contest just yet. So we have another look at that chance at the other end. Compain's cross, couldn't quite pick out Kelly. He was all alone in the box. Sanders takes it short for Downs. Downs curls it in, all fumbled by the keeper. Hughes-Luke slides in, steers it away, but straight to a City flyer. He came from the clouds to win that challenge, Hughes-Luke.
Yeah, he gets down and does the dirty work as well, Hughes-Luke. He doesn't mind throwing himself around.
Togetto presses Mercury there. He smashes it away. Now Jordan Muller takes over in the bullseye, turns back and retreats to his keeper. Chicago kid thumps it down the line, picks out Walsh to perfection. He looked to return it there to Sanders, but well blocked by Gould. Hughes slipped as he hit it, but it found McEwen. Shape to shoot, but a vital intervention from Egan. Muller in the bullseye. Pressured by Williams, jinked around him. Worked it to Sanders, back to Downs. Now Muller.
Drew, you haven't watched too much of Zebras this year, so do you think Smith's made a tactical change in these few days back here?
Yeah, seem to be keeping it along the deck a bit more, the Zebs, as this cross floats over the top of the goal. Playing less direct, that's for sure. The attackers dropping in, looking to play the triangles perhaps a bit more than we've seen. More Route 1 previous weeks.
Any gossip down south about Zebra's new coach?
Nothing too much, Jamie, nothing too much. Nothing I'm going to be dishing on air. But I think still very much searching. They've bought themselves a little bit of time by bringing Smith in for the next couple of weeks, and then they'll search long term. But certainly DJ very tight-lipped at the press conference earlier this week. Although, to be fair to him, he only found out he didn't have a coach about 24 hours earlier. So that one will spill out of play, but tell you what, if they were to beat Olympia, I reckon they'd have a pretty good carrot to extend out in front of prospective coaches of one game away from the FFA Cup potentially.
New coach, one game from the FFA Cup. So
I think there'd be a few coaches around the country who wouldn't mind a crack at that.
Just get him in for 6 months. High-profile marquee coach.
As this one's whacked full by Williams over the top. Off for the races they go. Lewis leaves it for McCurry. He has to Gronwald.
That's the one thing DeGetto brings to City. He's just work rate, just non-stop. It's just like a little ferret just running around, keep him busy.
It's good to see him back out there. I thought he was an impressive player last season. He's been wasted a little bit on the bench at Zebras. So
yeah, I think that's the Sav not using his bench, got a bit frustrated. Obviously has connections back at City, so his parents wanted to see him play. Austin wanted to see him play, got him back in.
I definitely want to see him play, so I'm glad to see him out there.
Did you give him a lift today, up here?
I can't say I did.
Could have carpooled.
Don't know if he wants to be listening to my music on the way up.
What type of music's that, Drewy?
If he was in the car, it would be obviously Elvis in the Ghetto and a bit of Rick James, Ghetto Life, just on repeat. Because this one,
especially since that's not his name.
Look, it lends itself to the nickname. We've been over this one as Hughes heads away. Campbell swings it back in, and a header is denied by Gronwald.
He was straight at the keeper though.
And in the back of Sanders there, he's Gould.
A needless free kick right there.
Few around the ground, I think he was a little soft, but as you say, it was just a bit unnecessary there. They're in no real danger, and now
3v1 on the halfway line.
You can send the cavalry forward. Well,
Granwald's not up there though. Lewis ain't up there.
Well, there's a change. There's a big change. Every free kick anywhere on the park, they'd be sending the centre halves forward in recent weeks. Gronwald himself will take this one. Hughes the target.
Two on him. Can't deal with him.
McEwen turns onto the left. Hughes punches one near post. And took a bit of the post too, but Smith does well to gather it, and he quickly releases now. Looking for Campbell, trying to chuck this one down. Oh, well done there by the Soup. He's charging down the left here. Couple of fancy little step overs. Steadies himself, sends it for Bartlett. Let it run. Hughes just hacks down Williams. That wasn't terribly well done there by Hughes, and a free kick in a pretty good area.
Yeah, we'll just take Hughes now to swap shirts.
Oh, he got a pretty good free kick man, O'Connor. Scored one from a similar position earlier in the year. It was a while ago now, admittedly. Yeah, he's fancying himself here.
Bit devastated, lost out for Sanders for goal of the month.
Yeah, wonder if he'll look to sort that out on the pitch today.
Oh yeah, maybe making a statement to you, Drewy.
Well, perhaps. It's a new month, a new chance here for the Irishman to whip one in. What's he got? O'Connor steps up, he kills it straight into the wall. And the rebound falls. Not his best work there.
Not sure what he's trying to do there, whether that was a cross or a shot. It didn't really look like a shot. It didn't really look like a cross. So you tell me, Drewy. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that was just a rather ordinary shot. So look at the replay of that one. Curie to take. Copra whistling the free kick there. Taken by Gronwald.
Lewis is up this time. Back to Route 1 football.
Huxley lurking, pressured the keeper who fumbles the rebound. Can they turn it in? Sanders does. And that's 1-0 Zebras. It wasn't dealt with by the keeper. He fumbled it. There was a scramble, and Matty Sanders, the goal-mouth predator, smashes it home, and they take the lead.
That is one thing City can't cope with them aerial balls. That's why Dave Smith was critical for this one. Big solid body. Come and go with that. But City pay the price.
He does the job. So in the middle here is Dylan Williams. They spread it wide. Compain. Ronwald across to deal with that. Jedi just suggesting there is an elbow being thrown. Referee not having it. In the middle now, Williams spreads it across to Linger. Away by Muller, might fall for Kyle Kelly. He wraps his left foot around it. Lewis traps, works it across to Muller. O'Connor.
Free kick for City here, just 30 yards out. O'Connor steps up again. Surely this was not going to be a shot. Tall team is back for Zebras though. So high unlucky they're going to muster a goal here, but stranger things have happened, Drewy.
O'Connor steps up, chips into the middle. Gromwald had his name all over it and he smashes it clear. Sanders chests it down. Thumps a volley forwards. And after it, he's McEwen and O'Connor. O'Connor does well. Although the last touch off him, he's somewhat disbelieving and just shooting the ball there from McEwen. Having his defence to get back and get set. Here's Muller. Gets it across. Downs looking to get that right foot and he whips in a dangerous ball into the box. Hay gets his head. Huxley wobbling around there somehow. Huxley fashions a volley. It's well off target, however. No threat to the goal of Smith there, but Huxley winning the header and turning around, getting the volley away. Couldn't test the keeper, however. Here's Egan, whacks it wide, looking for Compain. Tracks it down nicely. Works it across. Now McEwen. Stopped in his path there by Egan. Defending stoutly. Campbell to Williams, broken up though by Downs. Now Sanders turning sharply. Shields the ball and then threads it through for McEwen. Great chance this. Cuts it back for Walsh. Brilliant shot block from O'Connor. Or Linger even. Saves the day there. And perhaps one pass too many. I feel like McEwen probably should have just put his foot through it. Jaden Hay across the ground on the let off at the back there. Golden opportunity to make it 2-0. Here's Jaden Hay. Oh, robbed of it by Linger.
Touch was...
Covers it. That's out of play. Right in front of the City bench. He wasn't getting away with it there. Kyle Kelly to Dylan Williams. Bartlett wants it in the middle. Instead he goes back to his centre-back Egan. His pass misplaced and is cut off by Jordan Muller. Now the Chicago kid can take over at the back and he thumps it down the middle for McEwen. Sliding in was Egan. Zebras maintain possession though. Now Serviv to Hugheslow. Cool as you like, surrounded by two City players. Worked it to Muller, got it to Downs. Now Jaden Hay. And Kelly tried his best to haul him down, but he kept on keeping on and sends a dangerous ball to the back post. No one there though. In the end, Hay might have been better served. Just going down, winning the free kick. Somewhat ungainly there from Kyle Kelly. Bartlett. To Compain. Now Bartlett thumps it down the line. Looking for the run of Gould, who's storming forward. That seen out of play there by Gronwald. Did it nicely.
It's been a pretty even game here, Drew. It's just the aerial bombardment. Got Zebras a go, as probably expected.
Yeah, just a bit of a soft one, really, that was. After dropping the ball. Fine margins so far in this one. There's that one. Just about kept in by Jaden Hay.
I thought that was out, but
the City bench certainly don't agree.
Didn't have the best of views there.
McCurry forward. Gould was there. His pass eludes Compain. Picked up by Grunwald. He thumps it down the line looking for the Dwayne Pipe Walsh. He's collected, gets back up, wins the ball, centres it for McEwen. Sets it up for the volley, and in the end, he'll see it away only as far as Downs, who fancies a shot from range.
The cap is gone, Drewy, as you said.
Yeah, the lights well and truly taking over here now. Evening descends upon us. Here is Campbell out after this one.
Update from Valley Road is after 34 minutes, Devonport 3, Rangers 1.
Oof.
It's all happening up there.
Decisive, that one. Here is Gould. It's been a few one-sided games so far in this round. Probably looking at it, when you've got the top four against the bottom four and a pretty pronounced gap between those sets of teams, you'd expect that. This looked to be probably the one out of the four games most likely to see an upset in.
Interestingly, since City are bottom of the ladder.
Yeah. I think certainly not been playing like a bottom place team, however.
Especially the last 2-3 weeks. Probably Olympia game up here was a turning point. Unless Ben Brookfield stopped playing 3 at the back, went to a back 4, 4-3-3, 4-4-2. They started to get a bit of shape and a bit of form to them.
Certainly looked a lot better as Hay chips this one in. Smith this time confidently out to collect.
So I think that change of formation could have been the turning point. It's not done right. The back 3 does not work.
Yeah, it's a tough one. For the centre-back, certainly. It's an entirely different system. It's tough to adapt to if you haven't been playing that way your entire life. Obviously, 4-4-2, 4-3-3 has been pretty much the fashionable formation.
Well, I think Chelsea, under Conte, started doing it at the start of the Premier League, and they got battered a few games there. Arsenal battered them. I mean, obviously it's worked out for them now.
It's starting to become back into style. Always going in swings and roundabouts the formation. Downs lets that one roll through his legs for Warrener. Back to Downs. Pressure by Williams, so he releases it to Sanders, who's just trying to turn onto that left and fire one away. He goes down. That's the free kick, and in the end, just got into his back a little bit there, did Egan. And he's looking for an excuse to hit the deck, I think, there, Sanders, and he found one.
They're likely having to go, Drewy, so I don't blame him.
Yeah, when you get Chris Downs in the team, if you can win a free kick anywhere near your box, you're going to do it.
Handy acquisition from Kingba.
Very handy acquisition.
So is Jack Gates on the bench today.
You might see him introduced later. Downs has been prominent this season.
Tell you what, that is a big loss for Kingba because Jack Gates is probably their one.
So that one swung in. It's in the back of the net through a sea of legs. And Chrissy Downs has got the goal. It's 2-0, and again, it's just sloppy at the back from City. It went through a sea of bodies. I think the keeper was unsighted. And Chris Downs, who scored a similar long-range free kick through a bunch of bodies against the Warriors, has done so again here as we have a look at the replay. Swung it in. I don't think anyone gets a touch on it. Just eludes everyone.
Back stick.
Salute was waiting at the back stick. The more selfish man might have just stuck out the boot. He said, no, you can have that one, Downsy. And it's 2-0 the way of the Zebs. And putting it on the scoreboard. So any fears that they'd be a bit disorganised, given Saville's departure, have been quickly put to bed.
Yeah, 2 goals have come from set pieces though, so...
A familiar method.
If it works, it works.
You manage it, same story. Here's Hughesley, flicks on. Here's McEwen. Linger going across and did really well to win the throw in there. Well done by Jared Linger. Flicked on by Kelly. The head of Walsh. It's a little flick from to get over. There was Imran Lewis. Muller to Hughesley. He's got Hay overlapping. Gets into his path and he storms on down the flank. Drops the shoulder now and charges in. Whips across. Blocked by O'Connor. And as far as Hughesley. City will do it well. And now Kelly with the direct ball. Gronwald across. Keeper out off his line, but did it nicely. Here's Muller. Hughesley. Well, comes to a stop on midfield. He waits for something to present itself. Eventually opted to go for Hay. Hit the leg of Linger and then went through the legs and he's continued bombing on here. A sliding challenge.
Big challenge from Egan.
Egan's done very well. Walsh picks it back up. Linger thumps it. Ricocheted back off him, mate.
Who's down there? O'Connor?
Yeah, I think you're right. It is O'Connor down. So a stoppage while he gets some treatment.
There's a replay of Egan's challenge there. It's very risky going in like that in that area of the pitch. Might have been the penalty box, I'm not sure, but you don't want to be giving free kicks away in them areas against Zebras.
Connor getting back to his feet now. Zebras use the opportunity to have a drink. So, 9 minutes left here before the half. City, in a sense, needing a goal before the break, just to give them some hope to head into the sheds with it. I suppose Zebras won't be terribly comfortable in a 2-goal lead after last week.
No, but then again, City are bottom of the ladder, so...
As this one's thrown back there to the side of Maker. We'll get us restarted again. Blast this one right down the middle of the park. Gronwald going to eat that one up though. Sanders comes and wins it. Back to Imran Lewis. That's one the Zebras were used to. A direct ball right down the pitch. Now McEwen gets a hold of it. Sanders picks it up on the left and he surges into the box here. He's got Gould for company and then just looks to finesse a little cross. It gets blocked behind and get another corner.
Can City deal with this one better is the big question, Drewy.
I suspect Downs will be putting this one just about in the 6-yard box and asking questions of the keeper again. It was found wanting on the earlier ball into the area. Huxley makes the run towards the near post. They go in that direction. It's scrambling round in there. Pinballing round and behind it goes.
Goal kick.
Goal kick, the decision. That was chaotic again. So you have a look at the replay. Downs. Fantastic delivery once more. McEwen gets his head to it. And the keeper's made a kick save there. He's done really well, Smith. So get a piece of that, keep it out, and then the rebound is turned wide. And perhaps Lewis should have put that one in the back of the net. But well done by Smith to make the initial save. Keeps it at 2-0. And again, the threat from the set piece is ever present for the Zebras.
Yes, why change something if it works? Moral of the story, I think, today.
Absolutely.
Big challenge from Campbell.
Full-blown challenge there from Suki Campbell. And the Dwayne pipe. Here's Lewis. Here's the legs of Bartlett. Campbell wraps his foot around it and sends it wide in the campaign direction. He'll try and track this one down. He's opposite number Warrener. Away to clear the area. Gould to Williams. Just a bit as heavily involved as he was last week, Dylan Williams. Chalked up 3 assists. Here's Clarence. Absolute silver service from him. And here's Walsh now storming through the middle of Buckby Land Rover Park. He's got options wide. One of them's McEwen. He's got Hay in support. Wants to utilise that. He's got some bodies in the box if he can get a cross in instead. Plays it short to McEwen, trying to return it. Then Jinx inside. Still going here Sunday, and it was the wrong option in there because there's plenty of City bodies on hand. Wouldn't have been better served just sending it back out wide right. Winger up against Hay now, Muller. And a rather sloppy touch and runs it out of play. Lewis. Pressured by Kelly. Back it goes to McCurry. Ronwald with a sharp turn and then he's off. Pressured by DeGhetto though, who's just hanging on his shoulder. Forces the turnover. Work rate by the front man. Huxley now to Walsh. To Sanders. Back to Walsh. He's got McEwen right on the right. He plays him in. Cross is blocked, bowling up behind for a corner. What number corner is that, Jamie?
That is corner number 4, Drewy. I anticipate this is going to be playing the 6-yard box once again, asking questions of young Will Smith.
Sanders across to take.
How is the gloves going?
Just toasty, very toasty. Can't say the same for the legs. As Sanders plays this one short for Downs. And we've opted to use a short corner a couple of times here. Now Sanders will just kill this one. It was flat and not very pretty though. Muller wins it away from Kelly. Back to Warren. Ronwald's still up there and then commandingly heads it forward to an offside Sanders. That will bring that attack to an end in the shadows of half time here. Jared Linger tracking this one down. Keeps it in. Combined nicely there with Bartlett, but the end product not there. McCurry, well, that was rather sloppy, just puts it straight out of play.
Zebras are definitely starting to turn the screws here. City not really been at the races for the last 15 since the first goal went in.
Yeah, it was a bright start, but I feel like that second goal deflated them a little bit. Huxley gets a foot in, breaks that up, and he's lurking dangerously, and that's a pretty good foul to give, I reckon, there from Egan.
Unlucky not to be going the book there, I think, for a slice of cheese.
He's done very well to avoid a slice indeed, and a very good foul in that case.
Pretty professional foul by Egan.
The ultra professional, so professional, Copra opting not to chase him. I think his manager will be pretty happy with that one. City able to get the bodies back. Gronwald punches it wide. He might be so happy with Jaden Hay being allowed the right wing all to himself. Linger gets there eventually, and Hayes crosses Paul and behind for a goal kick.
Looks like Carl Kelly's just playing the sole man up top at the moment. Campbell on the left, Compain on the right still. Looks like I don't know, 4-5-1 maybe. Pagetto attacking midfield.
Yeah, he certainly dropped a little bit deeper. Williams to Linger. He's got options out in front of him. He just puts it out into the open field wisely toward to get out. Rolls his foot over it now, looks to run up Lewis. He surges to the byline and puts in a powerful cross, which Kelly got a piece of. Compain. Oh, well done, Warren. A timely intervention to steer it away from Compain before he could put his foot through it. But lovely ball from Linger and even better work from DeGhetto there on the wing. Have a look at that. Kelly couldn't steer it home and
timely intervention.
Very nicely done. Ball into the box. Away by Gronwald. So good at that. O'Connell was fancying a big hit. Didn't sit for him though. Oof. And now this is dangerous because Sanders is in space. They play it out in front of him. And they're off to the races in support. Sanders down the line for Downs. Gould across and does nicely. At the moment dissipates there. And now perhaps back the other way. City can look to kill some damage. They play it into the middle for Dylan Williams. He surges forward here, Williams, and has a pop from range. Mercury parries away. Denied him well. It was good stuff from Williams. Through the middle. Didn't quite have the direction on the shot, and this has really opened up now. Offside is McEwen, so this won't be for anything. But pulsating action as we get towards half-time. Real end-to-end stuff.
Very dipping there from Williams. Mercury up to make the save. Didn't know much about it by the looks of it.
It was an awkward height for him, but enough to fight it off. Now Jared Linger. So he just springing back to life in the last couple of minutes, but on a different page. Wanted to get out and Campbell. Can't imagine there'll be too much added time.
I don't know. Apart from O'Connor going down for a minute there, but play resumed pretty quickly. A few fouls though.
So Curie to the midfield. Only Huxley wanted it. Tracked it down, got to Walsh, play it to Hay. Now Lewis is pressed by DeGhetto. Walsh didn't seem to know too much about that header. Muller. Hay back to Muller. And before he can ship it over the top for a non-rushing Jaden Hay, the first half is brought to an end. Hobart Zebras 2, Launceston City 0. It's a familiar story. If new coach, 2 goals from set pieces. The first one smashed home by Sanders from close range after keeper just fumbled across at the back post there. And the second one, a Downs free kick, which went through a sea of bodies. It's been a pretty entertaining affair, end-to-end stuff, but Zebras pretty good value for their lead at half-time, you'd have to say.
Yeah, definitely. I think the stuffing sort of went out of City, I'd say probably after the first goal. I felt probably that anything go in the box, corner-wise, crosses, they just weren't going to be able to deal with, and sort of deflated them, I think. Couldn't clear their lines for the second goal. And yeah, similar story as to the season so far for Zebras. Stick the ball in the danger area and you're probably going to reap rewards.
So that is half-time here at Buckby Land Rover Park. We'll leave you with some of the highlights of the action and be back for the second stanza pretty soon. The coach is looking to turn things around. If you've been Brookfield, well, for Dave Smith, it's going to be more of the same. We'll be back shortly. That's
I didn't notice that, but I was like, how do I discuss this? Get the slide back there.
Walsh has a pop from range. That was nearly going to test the keeper though. Away from him, and now Lewis will lead to get out to the ball. Cleverly plays it off him and wins the throw in the middle of the park. Picked up by Compain. He chips it looking for DeGhetto. Now sharply off his line was Mercury. Tries to deal with Compain, but Compain jinks inside nicely, flicks it through, and the sliding block there from Gronewell puts it behind, and a corner.
Gronewell down Lewis.
So this one's swung into the mixer, and it's off the head of Bartlett. They attack down the left here with Warner getting forward. Lovely ball into Walsh. He turns and shoots.
Oh,
and puts it just past the post. Sanders sends this one to the back post. The Chicago kid, he nods down. Suspicions of handball. And Copra spots it. His best work though, he's turned it over to Muller. Walsh to Sanders. Plays a 1-2, and the Dwayne Pipe looks to thread it through for McEwen, who's in behind, sliding at it and punched behind by Smith again. The offside flag.
No.
Down swings this one into the middle of the box. O'Connor just got ahead to it. Sanders was lurking. He's at the top of the table. Here's Kyle Kelly. The Irishman sends it down the line, bustling out after that one. Lewis just smacks that one onto the other pitch. Here's O'Connor. Just belts it straight back from whence it came. Gronewell controlled it, now chipped in behind, and they're in here. Compain charging, puts it into the middle. Couldn't pick out Kelly. Tracking it down is Dylan Williams. Drops the shoulder, gets to the byline, cuts back onto the right, curls it. Straight up Mercury, and a good opening there, and a chance goes begging for City. Sanders takes it short for Downs. Downs curls it in, fumbled by the keeper. Huxley slides in, steers it away, but thumps it down the line, picks out Walsh to perfection. He looked to return it there to Sanders, but well blocked by Gould.
And he's a few days back here.
Yeah, seem to be keeping it along the deck a bit more, Zebs, as this cross floats over the top of the goal.
That's not his name.
Look, it lends itself to the nickname. We've been over this one as Huxley heads away. Campbell swings it back in, and a header is denied by Gronwalls.
It was straight at the keeper though.
Denied by Gronwalls.
It was straight at the keeper though.
And in the back of Sanders there is Gould.
A needless free kick. Two on him. Can't deal with him.
McEwen turns on the left. Huxley punches one near post. And took a bit of the post too, but Smith looking for Campbell, trying to chuck this one down. Oh, well done there by the Soup. He's charging down the left here. Steadies himself, sends it for Bartlett. Let it run. Huxley just hacks down Williams. That wasn't terrible. And Copra whistling the free.
Back to Route 1 football.
Huxley lurking, pressured the keeper, who fumbles the rebound. Can they turn it in? Sanders does. And that's 1-0 Zebras. It wasn't dealt with by the keeper. He fumbled it. There was a scramble, and Matty Sanders, the goal-mouth predator, smashes it home. And O'Connor. Dangerous ball into the box. Hay gets his head. Huxley wobbling around there somehow. Huxley fashions a volley. It's by Downs. Now Sanders turning sharply. Shields the ball and then threads it through for McEwen. Great chance this. Cuts it back for Walsh. Brilliant shot block from O'Connor. Or Linger even. Saves the day there. Get 2-0. Here's Jaden Hay. Oh, robbed of it by Linger.
Touch was
to Downs. Now Jaden Hay. And Kelly tried his best to haul him down, but he kept on keeping on and sends a dangerous ball to the volley. And in the end, he'll see it away only as far as Downs, who fancies a shot from range.
The cap is gone, Drewy, as you said. Bit of form to him.
Certainly looked a lot better as Hay chips this one in. Smith this time confidently out to collect. He released it to Sanders, who's just trying to turn onto that left and fire one away. He goes down. It's a free kick, and in the end, introduced later, Downs has been prominent this season.
Tell you what, that is a big loss for Kingbridge. Jack Gates is probably their one.
So that one swung in. It's in the back of the net through a sea of legs. And Chrissy Downs has got the goal. It's 2-0, and again, it's just sloppy at the back from City. It went through a sea of bodies. I think the keeper was unsighted. And Chris, the leg of Linger, they went through the legs, and he's continued bombing on here. A sliding challenge.
Big challenge from Egan.
Egan's done very well. Walsh picks it back up. Linger Huxley makes the run towards the near post. They go in that direction. It's scrambling round in there. Pinballing round and behind it goes.
Goal kick.
Goal kick, the decision. That was chaotic
Might
again.
change something if it works. Moral of the story, I think, today.
Absolutely.
Big challenge from Campbell.
Huxley gets a foot in, breaks that up, and he's lurking dangerously. And that's a pretty good foul to give, I reckon, there from Egan.
Unlucky not to be going to book there.
Rolls his foot over it now, looks to run at Lewis. He surges to the byline and puts in a powerful cross, which Kelly got a piece of. Compain. Oh, well done, Warren. Play into the middle for Dylan Williams. He surges forward here, Williams, and has a pop from range. Mercury parries away.
lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Let me keep coming back, 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 keep coming back. Of things we know.
Everyone's having sex with the bloody school. Like 2 people do. If someone posted something.
Gates come on against South Hobart? So I wasn't even looking with South either. I've got to duck off for bloody trivia night starting at 7, so I'm in it. It's only down the road, thankfully. I know.
So back underway for the second half here. Chrissy Downs launching it forward. There's a bit of a mist descends across Puckby Land Rover Park. Can the hosts turn things around here? Trailing 2 goals to nothing. Or will it be more of the same in the second half? The Zebras looking in complete control towards the back end of the first half. Here's Sanders.
A lot of space there for Sanders.
Hughes stretching for it, away from him by O'Connor. Yeah, he's been doing a good job with that Sanders in this game, dropping deep to link up and get involved in the play. There's Dylan Williams in the middle of the park. Spreads it out wide. Campbell's out there, he worked it back to Linger. Yeah, he gets on his bike, broken up by Muller. Throw in, controlled through the legs of Hughesloot. Bartlett coming across there, away from him though. Jetto across to Compain. Warren in close proximity there. He takes it inside. McEwen covering. Hughesloot attacked the ball and got there first. His pass was behind Sunday though. Gould works it forward for Jetto. Sliding in was Warrener. Well done McEwen. Again the pass.
Very sloppy play from both teams there.
There, and you're right. It's not been the crispest opening to this second half. But just coming out of the sheds a little rusty.
I think they're starting to feel the cold and need to warm up again.
Yeah, it's certainly dropped since this first half. As Imran Lewis picks it up at the back here. Chips it down the line. Now looking to charge off is Jaden Hay. Jared Linger out after him, but Hay keeps on surging and gets around one and drives to the byline. And behind it goes for a goal kick. Absolutely got on his bike there, Jaden Hay. He was taken off. Now, what is going on with those fire pits behind the goals there, Jamie? Look outstanding.
That's just a standard feature to back of Land Rover Park. Drewy, if you come up here more, you'd see him. So,
Well, I've been saved the need to do that by your good self, mate. I've got my city blogging sorted.
yeah, unfortunately, I'm not over there to feel the warmth of them.
Might need to get one up here in the media box, I reckon. Not sure how that would go with all the cables lying around, but
The only downfall to that is if there's a breeze, it gets into your eyes. So.
little quirks we see at the various grounds around Tasmania. This one swung towards the back post where Campaign was tracking it. First on volley over the top from Kelly. Looks to set him away, but too much on it. And Gronwald dealing with it.
Yeah, it's been a very sloppy opening this second half, Drury. Hopefully it picks up.
Yeah, it's been the highest quality opening in the first few minutes. In the few minutes.
And to
Just
be
a
fair,
thaw out.
To be fair, it's not been the highest quality game. It's just a few sloppy goals.
Yeah, it's the difference between the teams at the moment as Hugh Sloot flicks on. Smashed away by Gould. Pitching wedge down there towards Gronwald. Nicely to Warrener. Lovely pass that to Hugh Sloot. Now Walsh is bursting through the middle. He tried to pick him out. O'Connor read the intent well. Got a head across there.
City midfield's really loosely marking Hughes-Loot and Sanders and whatnot around the place. Probably give him too much space, for my opinion, anyway.
So Kelly, robbed of it by Downs. Here's McEwen. Muller. Plays a 1-2 with Walsh. Now picks out McEwen in a pocket of space. He slipped over, gets back up. Williams came flying in and Sanders couldn't quite control it. Smith collects.
Yeah, City are not doing too well going forward at the moment. It's breaking down too easy.
Here's Williams. Slice for a good ball here for Bartlett to hit. It gets blocked and it might roll behind for a corner. And it does, so a chance here for City. Williams gets some numbers forward. Slice for a good ball out there for Bartlett, but one more get his body shape right. Blocks it away nicely. For a corner. Campaign in acres of space. What can he do with it? He curls it in, headed Gold. Straight at the keeper though,
Shane
just
Egan.
lacking the direction there. The big centre back. He spotted Egan, did well. And that would have to go down as City's best chance of the game.
Yep, definitely.
And whilst it hasn't been the prettiest football in the opening few minutes, just a few signs that City are working their way back into this contest.
Yeah, as long as they don't give fouls in the defensive third or easy corners, they could get their way back into it, but it remains to be seen.
Campaign just sharing his frustrations with the bench that his beautiful silver service there wasn't put away. That was a good ball from him.
Doesn't mind complaining, Andy Complain. They call him Andy Complain.
Oh, well, I'm certainly going to be calling him that from now on as Downs picks it up in the middle. Threading it for McEwen, but Gould across to deal with it to that man Complain. He chips it in the middle off the foot of Downs.
Oh.
Well, that wasn't terribly tidy, and Walsh picks it up, works it to Muller. Now Hughes loose, shielding the ball, but eventually robbed of it there by Soupy Campbell. Sanders to Downs, looks to pick out Walsh. O'Connor just put him off, but Walsh puts the cross in, dangerous. Sanders guides it horribly.
Over the fire pots.
That was not well hit at all. Copper is just going to have a word with Kyle Kelly here.
Oh. He's got the sandwich out there.
Yeah. Needed to just go with the little punch into the corner. Well done, Gould, getting his body positioning right, but Sanders just lifting the head and rather blazing away. We have a stoppage now. Play resumes and City charge it forward. Lewis with a commanding header. Hughes-Luke. Goes into Sanders. Now Downs. No support out here on this near flank, so plays it back to Warrener. Muller retreats. Bartlett just a little bit unnecessary there. It's in to the back of him. Free kick in the middle of the park. He taken by the Chicago kid.
It's not whipped in the box for once.
Opted to go short to Downs, who moved it on to McEwen. Turned himself inside out. Kept going though nicely though, Sunday McEwen. Nutmeg there on Gould. Tried to repeat the trick on Compain. And behind it goes for a corner.
This is not what Sydney want. Danger time.
Every corner. Suppose a threat. They certainly didn't deal with them terribly well in the first 45.
I'm sure that's what Coach Brookfield said in the dressing room to young Will Smith. Come out and claim them in your 6-yard box.
Will Downs ask the question this time. He sends it to the back post. This time he palms it away.
Another one though.
And Sanders, I suspect, will go across and take this one. Again, to curl it in. Downs offering short. Sanders
not able to borrow that.
He says, no, we'll just go swinging this one right into the 6-yard box.
Deep.
So again, no, they'd have grown well though.
Oh,
Kelly just getting a little bit fancy.
Not sure what he's trying to do there.
They'll work it out of there eventually.
There's nothing going forward, but I wouldn't have thought turning back into trouble was an option you wanted to do.
So Muller leaves the throwing duties for Warrener. Hughes let the target, looks to chest it down. There's Williams. Across to Compain. Looks to drive down the line past Hughesley, who just extends those 5-metre long legs and puts it out of play. Gould to Williams. And Compain unable to get to that one. McEwen, so his team had a little short there, and now they're off to the races here. Togetto charging him down the right. In comes Lewis. He saw the break on and snuffed it out. Puts it behind. Well done, Lewis. Read the danger.
Even if he did get to the byline there, Degetto, he had not much in the box for him. He had the smallest player on the park with Dylan Williams.
Really a good result in the end to get the corner. I think he realised that he didn't have a lot there. He halted his run a little. So Kelly on the corner duty. Sends it in the middle of the box, headed away by McEwen. Now Compain. Flat drive, couldn't be controlled by Egan and whacked away by the Dwayne pipe. Just those balls back into the box. And Compain have caused a few problems here in the second half.
Yes, he's not too bad with his delivery right now. Like, I mean, you can't whip him in too high because Zebra's just going to gobble him up every day. So, low and hard.
He might get another chance here. He jinks around one, jinks around another. Gronwald across.
Goal kick.
And did it very nicely.
Yeah, as Kenny Morton would say, you need little rockets into the box, especially against the Tall Timber Zebras.
And no real chances here. I suppose there's the one for City in the second half, the header that was Garwood. Apart from that, what's been happening? Curie taking his time.
Looks like Kamano might be warming up for City.
Yeah, he's been given the instruction from Brookfield, so might just insert him into the contest. Grabbed a couple last week. Good option to have from the Pine. Now storming forward is Jared Linger.
Finds Campbell out there, but
He curls it in. Again, Gronwald was on hand to steer it away. Only as far as Bartlett, though. And his path was blocked by Muller and Huxley. Over to Williams. Spreads it wide, set Linger a task. He was up to it. His cross lacking depth, though. And now, from range, O'Connor has a shot.
trying to get that goal a month.
He's got himself a corner. If not the PlayStation 4. There's that one.
Very speculative effort from there.
Spills behind in the end. Works out alright for him.
We do need some action here. He's trying to provide it.
Near post. Steered away by Grunwald. We get another bite at it though. This time pulls out the pitching wedge, puts it in there. Lewis deals with it. A volley from Combane. Lacking direction. I don't know if that was a shot, but
Don't know if I'm going to put that as a stat.
that'd be pretty generous, I reckon. I think he's absolutely gone for the shot. Not made the sweetest of contact. And Vinny Camano, it seems, is set to be introduced. And Kyle Kelly is heading over to the bench, so he'll be replaced. All right.
He's sold Grunwald the dummy there with a handshake off the park. Went for it and took it back.
Wasn't having it, so Camano comes on. What can he do up top? Can he be the catalyst for a fight back here? So now if they can get one, they might just be able to get inside the Zebras' heads off the back of last week. But they've got to find a way through first. Here's Muller. Downs. Now McEwen. Pressured by Gould. Released Huxley. He's got Hay bombing on. Linger spotted that danger and got across to it very nicely. Jared Linger.
He's been pretty good when he's moved to left back for the past few weeks. Looks pretty solid there.
Yeah, seems to be one thriving in a new role. Tidy play when he gets on the ball, Linger, but showing good defensive qualities as well. And Walsh now looking to get in, and he sends one high and over the top off the bar. Not the best delivery there for the reigning Mitsubishi medalist.
There's not been too many standouts for this game. It's just been very sloppy. Back to basic stuff for Zebras for their 2 goals.
I suspect the defenders from both teams would be the ones. Also Zebras, I suppose.
Yeah. But even then, they've not had much to do. It's been erratic passing and play breaking down.
Yeah, it hasn't been the prettiest of games, that's for sure. Crew has a few words with Compain in front of us.
Complain.
Oh, we've nearly got a catch there. Hoogie just trying to provide us one. Either that or take out Vluster on the camera there. He's nearly had a heart attack, but we've survived. Camano sends it through for the Dwayne Fife, who tried to kick out Huxley, but he couldn't quite get there.
Call from the City bench, are they frustrated?
I'm not really that frustrated, 2-0 ahead, mind you. Fairly comfortable in the game, I'd suggest, at the moment.
City are taking it up to Zebras though now. Whether they can get one remains to be seen, but
Tried by Hay. Yeah, it's been an improved side in the second half, you'd have to say. The counter's on here though. Muller broken up. O'Connor takes over at the back. And shifts it to Gould, who's got plenty of open field down in front of him. Looks to run into it. Huxley comes across to close him down. Compain tried to pick out Dylan Williams, couldn't quite do it. Warrener straight to Bartlett. He sends it towards the back post. Hay Tracked the run of G'day nicely. Now he storms back the other way. Sliding in was Campbell. Well done there by the Soup. And well done again. Wins 2 challenges. Superb stuff from Campbell. Now into the middle he goes to Williams. One way then the other. Sends it wide. Chipped in looking for Kamano. Away by Gronwald. And a good little spell this for City. They've got them hemmed in a little.
Yeah, I think they've got to move the ball a bit quicker though, because they dwell on the ball and Zebras are just going to get back in 4s and 5s in the middle. Leave Sanders up top. It's going to be hard to break down, Drewy, I think.
At least asking them some questions this half. Fading out a bit. That's a lovely bit of skill from Linger. Swings in it dangerous. Oh, that would have made the near post run and Mercury able to collect. Thumping goal kick this time.
Oh.
Tangled up together there. There's Sanders and O'Connor, and it's Sanders who's adjudged to a foul.
Hey, he's looking a bit ginger on the other side there. He's straight back in the action though.
We're going to see if he's all right now as this one's played off him, and so it goes for another corner.
It's been all City for the last 10.
The 6th corner of the game. Usually a reasonable indicator of play up that end of the park. So the corner. Again, near post, flicked on well there by Campbell. Kamano tracking this one down. Compain gets around Warrener. No chance for Kamano. Back he goes to O'Connor, looking to get involved in the attack here, the centre back. A little pass there for Egan. Both centre backs forward at the moment. So Jared Linger back. Throwing caution to the wind here, and Gronwald gets a vital foot on that one.
They don't want to cough that up because Sanders had acres of space out here on the left.
Yeah, they're pushing plenty of numbers forward here. It is just Jared Linger back.
No point dying wondering.
Absolutely. And everyone except for Sanders, he's back. All the Zebras defending this. All hands on deck as they try and defend yet another corner. This one's punched in low to O'Connor. He turns on it. Jinks around, but didn't have that much space to work in. And whacks it out for Sanders.
He's got no one. Oh, so no McEwen's up here.
The bursting runs have come. McEwen still soldiering on.
He's onside.
He is onside. Good spot. And now he looks to get up and run at Gould. Throws in a step over. Threads it for Sanders. The Colonel chips it to the back post. Arriving there was Jaden Hay. And put behind there
Egan.
for a corner.
City got back pretty quickly there. Committed a lot forward for the corners.
It's almost like to Ghetto tracking back to clear that one.
There you go.
Diligent in these defensive duties.
They left 2 up front for City. They're not double man marking Hoogloop. Probably not.
I suspect it'll be the target.
Got Shane Egan on him.
So it makes that run. They opt to take it short instead. I just don't understand when you've got such an aerial advantage.
They're 2-0 up, so...
And they've turned the ball over, so I think you'll do much better serve putting a cross in there. Here's Kamano back the other way for City. Degetto controls it. Now looks to run at the Dwayne pipe. Jaden Hay across there as well. Centering ball for Williams, broken up by Jordan Muller.
It's opened up this game now.
It has. And it's threaded through looking for McEwen. Linger tracking back, but McEwen just cuts inside, works to the Colonel. He turns on that left foot of his and fires a shot.
That's in.
And it's in the back of the net. The keeper got a hand to it, but he couldn't put it past the post. And that makes it 3-0, and off the back of City's best spell of the game, the Zebras open them up the other way and might just have put this one beyond doubt. There's Matty Sanders, who's got the goal, turned and fired home.
Fair way out there, Drew. Too much space to turn.
The Colonel just turns, knew what he was going to do, and the keeper again.
Pinpoint accuracy.
Gets a hand to it, couldn't keep it out.
That's what they fly him over for.
And he's done well there, Sanders. I think they have missed David Smith today in goal, City. Might have seen his big strong hand claw that one out, but take nothing away from Colonel Sanders, who just went bang, does what he does best. And that, you suspect, would be game over at 3-0. And City were just starting to really come into the game. They had their best spell 15 minutes prior. A real sucker punch from Zebras. But it's hard to see them coughing up 3 in the final 25 minutes here. That one's probably been settled.
Yeah.
As Huxley looks to thread it through, it could get worse still. They've got McEwen at the back post. He tried to pick him out and Gould gets his foot in. Wasn't the best service there. Trying to pick out McEwen. And perhaps McEwen should have had to hit himself back the other way. Broken up well by Gronwald. It's been excellent again. And that's a long searching ball for McEwen, who's offside. Much chagrin. He's certainly not agreeing with the call. I think he had straight though, as Williams picks out Muller. Now Walsh. Walsh to Sanders. Muller. There's plenty of time to pick out Sanders. Stands it up to the back post. Oh, dropped by the keeper. And then McEwen back to Walsh. Walsh smashes it home and makes it 4-0. Well done, McEwen, to pick out the Dwayne Pipe. He showed composure and he hammers it home. And 4-0 now. Zebras really making it count on the scoreboard. Just slid in ahead of the keeper. And that we'll see.
Match.
And his game set and match. And Jack Yates is preparing to enter the fray here for the final 20 minutes. Looks like he's going to replace Chris Downs.
How would he be for match fitness now, Jack Gates, Drewy?
Should we ask him? He's about 2 metres away from us. He's
since making the switch, hasn't seen much game time.
He hasn't done too much. Probably be in better shape than DeGhetto when he came back up here, mind you.
He was on fire for Kingborough.
Yeah, it was playing really well. A real blow for the Lions. He's been one of the shining lights in their season. It's obviously been a pretty difficult season down at the Den, and Gates had really been impressing on the wing. Scored some nice goals and set up a few. So a good game for Zebras, because perhaps out of the title contenders just lacked a little bit of depth on the bench, and gives them an extra option, some extra dynamism to bring on.
What was that goal against? What was it? Devonport? Ran from halfway.
Yeah,
chipped in. Chipped Zakos.
The 1-2, chipped the keeper.
Cracker. How was that not goal of the month? I don't know.
Well, that's democracy for you in a world where Donald Trump has been elected. I'm not entirely sure about that voting system, but anyway, I think the Colonel probably worthy winner with his fine strike against Clarence. Speaking of Devonport, get a score update from you on that one if we can, Jamie, as Huxley turns that one in the middle for Walsh. Back to Muller. Mono collects and he looks to get his head up and run and try to thread it through for Campbell.
Oh, get that under.
Defence does well. And McCurry backs it forward.
After 76 minutes, it is Devonport 5, Northern Rangers 1.
So thumpings all across the board in the NPL this week. And the top 4, bottom 4, I think it was 10 points between them heading into this round. It's going to get more pronounced after this one.
How do you see Devonport? Do you think they're genuine title contenders?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Maybe a few question marks over the depth. I haven't seen the youngsters they've got on the pine, so I couldn't tell you if they can play or not. They've seem to have plenty of other ones who can, but that would be the question mark. But no, I watched them tear apart South Hobart at Valley Road, and that performance said to me, yep, this is a team that can do it. They're very well organised under Chris Gallo up there, and I don't think you can be writing them off. Been outstanding. The defending champions with really is an entirely new look team this year.
Yeah, they've only got Brain Man.
From last year's lineup, you've got Mann. Dance was intermittently used at the end of the year, but not too much. Apart from that, very new look team as the flick on He's collected there on Mercury.
Back on Devonport, though, they're going to be tough to beat at the Fortress. That is a fortress up there. I've played at Valley Road a few times in my playing career, and yeah, it's not an easy place to go and get a win.
Yeah, I think that's perhaps a feather in Olympia's cap from those top sides when they went up there and dismantled them.
Zebras haven't been up there, have they?
Opening round, it was a 2-all draw. They played up there. And up to that one, that was a really entertaining clash. Two pretty good teams, and I think they've both improved since then. So, whilst the top 4 and bottom 4, there seems to be a fair gap between them. I don't think there's a heat between those two groups of 4.
You got to win your home games, that's for sure, in this league.
Yeah, definitely.
Get a point or two on the road.
So, Warren up. We'll take this throw into Hugh Sloot. To Warren up. Fighting against his opposite number, Complain. Gates looking to get involved. They've lost it here. Fighting back here, and now down the line they go. Gronwald wrapped his boot around it, kept it in. It turned into a pretty good pass to Hugh Sloot, who hits it. Looking for McEwen, but broken up by O'Connor. Sorry, Lingo read the play. Getting a foot in was Walsh there to disrupt the breakaway. And now he lays it back for Jordan Muller. I think Muller might be one who might thrive under a new coach. Midfield was rather bypassed under Saville and wasn't nearly as involved as he has been in previous seasons, Geordie Muller. Let's see a bit more of the ball. As Callan Griffin prepares to be introduced here. See who he comes on for. And it looks like Sunday McEwen, so Adam McEwen coming off here for Callan Griffin. And Zebra's making 2 subs.
Unheard of.
Before the 75th minute, and he's unheard of. Well, changes have been rung. That's a new error. And the Zebras, I'll tell you what, McEwen didn't look terribly pleased about being subbed off.
He's not used to it.
Definitely not used to it, and I'm not sure he wants to get used to it, judging by that reaction, as Gates gets a foot in here. Just a volley away from him, though, by Gould. Hugh Sloot. Muller. Bounces off Hugh Sloot now, and City now looking like they're preparing us up.
Zetto looks to be warming up.
And with the Rory Delap style throws. Big fan of him.
Arguably the tallest man on the field and cannot head to save his life.
So it's the threat of the header, though. Stick him in front of the keeper.
He can leave, you just can't connect with the head.
Yeah, I can just screen the keeper with him, perhaps. Get the screen game young.
Just get him jump with a hook slip, maybe.
And he's come on here for Campaign. And wisely rocking the thermals here, I think.
Oh, is that allowed? As long as the same colour as the shorts?
Not a clue. Should be. Can't blame the guy for wanting to rock that kit on a night like tonight. So, Reece Gould. He's been, so it's Andrew Campaign who's come off. For Rossetto. Gould there looking to press Gronwald.
Interestingly, Reece Gould looks to be playing upfield.
He seems to have pushed on with Rossetto slotting into right back.
Yeah, that's just a makeshift move because Rossetto was closer defending. I don't know. No.
Seems to have slotted in there for the time being.
For right wing, yeah. He's an out-and-out defender, so I'm baffled.
Maybe just chomping at the bit to get up top here then. If he's like man defenders, I know. They get a chance to be released forward. They'll try and make the most of it. He'll get involved here as they spread it wide.
Yeah.
He goes back to Rossetto.
I'd have thought he'd probably be a bit lost up there.
O'Connor chips it forward looking for Kamano again. Gronwald has just cut out everything that's come his way today. Sliding in full-blooded was Griffin. And coming off slightly worse for wear as a result of it is Gould. So he's full way forward. Might not have defended terribly well for him here. He's doing too well as we have a look at the replay of that one. It's a full-blooded challenge.
Did he connect that?
Bit of a stinger maybe. He's back up to his feet now.
He did lose half a tooth a fortnight ago against South Hobart. Nice to get in the thick of things.
Warrener looking for Hughesley. Gould shows he's alright by winning the header, and then Zeno getting involved. Grunwald steps on the ball and then nutmegs. And then sells the referee.
I didn't think that was a touch, but
Not a chance in hell that touch in. That is just craftily done by Grunwald. He sold that beautifully. Just stared down the ref and said, took a piece of him and he believed him. Spun him a fable, I think, but very nicely done by the Chicago kid. Again, has been commanding at the back.
the con man.
Griffin. Can't pick out Sanders. It's broken up by Linger. He works it to Williams. Zeno has a chance to run in behind here, and he wanders off after it, but the service wasn't good.
After that tackle, looks like Gould said, I've had enough of right wing, I'm going back to right back.
Slotted right back in there. Long ball over the top. Keeper comes off his line, perhaps unnecessarily so, and it spills now to Muller. The Dwayne pipe, back to Muller. Threading it through, Walsh looking to track this one down. He's got two in the middle to pick out, and one of them was Sanders, who he picks out, and he slots it in the back of the net to make it 5-0. Laid on a platter by the Dwayne pipe, and the Colonel says thank you very much. 5-0.
Yeah, Smith in goals. He does fancy himself with his footwork, but didn't quite work out for him there.
He just need to do it. He invited the danger there. He just sat back and waited for it in his area. Came out and volleyed it. Muller pounced. Headed it through, and Walsh did ever so well to track it down. And laid it back for Sanders, who could hardly miss. And 5-0 now.
As you say, it's been thumpings across the board between the top four and the bottom four.
It really has. And thank Evans for the Women's Super League game before this. A bit of closeness and an actual contest. That one went the way of Zebras. Jamie probably disagreeing that we should be thankful for that result. His mob going down to Zebras 1-0 in a thrilling match there. That one somehow ended 1-0, despite about 80,000 shots taking place in the Zebras area in the second half.
I don't know, mate. I was quite happy playing in my thriller 9-0 against Ulverston in the Championship 1.
How many did you dob, Jamie?
0.
9-0, a very handy result though. Never seen a man look more upset after a 9-0 win than you. Couldn't fill his boots.
Almost had one towards the end there. One-on-one with the keeper. Just got chopped down. I think the ref felt a bit sorry for Ulverston, didn't give any card. And I was like, this isn't my day, and I'm not taking the penalty.
There you go, selfless. Selfless, could have got on the score sheet. And this offside flag presents one of the reprieves. City with Sanders looking to get him behind. And there's Williams as we tick into the final 10 minutes of this one. Kicks it down the line, Gronwald's on top of that one. Now Muller. He's looking for Walsh. Now Sanders makes a touch and then looks to thread it through, but Gates hadn't made the run. It's whisked away from him. So we've got sub in the offing here for Zebras. Looks like Teddy Kadesha going to be introduced for the final few minutes. More action also on the City bench. So a couple of subs in the offing here. First we'll have this long throw in to the head of Hughesley, flicked on. Gronwald with a spectacular volley, well wide of the mark though, but the eyes lit up there. He sensed the chance to smash in something special.
4 goals for the Colonel today. Good outing.
He's just done his job as Luke Hughesley will be the man replaced by Teddy Kadesha. He's just done as he's willed. As the old Colonel.
No goals for Hoogie today.
Another good shift though, and plenty of nice work there. Physically imposed himself, and I think Sanders would love playing with someone like him in support as Lewis climbs all over the top of Kamano. Doing that header away from him. Back down by McCurry. He punts it in the middle for the new man on the park, Kadesha. He starts off with a nice ball turn and pass to Sanders. Light chasing this one, but looking back hard was to get out.
Where's Kadesha come from? Does he play for another club? I've seen his name around.
Not to my knowledge. He's been dominating in the Challenge League the times I've seen him. Not terribly familiar with him, but seen him play in the reserves a couple of times before Zebra's games, and he's a very tidy player. Hasn't obviously had much of a look in, given they've had the same starting 11 just about every week this season. As this one's a searching pass for Kamano, chips it to the back post. Rosetto making the run, and Gates plays it off him. And behind it goes for a goal kick. Let's try and fancy little back heel there, Rosetto. Not to be.
Doesn't mind being fancy Rosetto. He's a coach for futsal. He loves his futsal. He does a lot of junior stuff for futsal up here as well. So tries to emulate that in the outdoor game, whether it works or not.
I've had the terrifying experience of having to play against him standing in goals when he hits one.
Yeah.
They stay hit.
Yes. Close range.
Yeah. Lucky to have a hand afterwards, I think, as Lewis tracks this one down ahead of Kamano. Keeps persevering, but smashed away in the Walsh direction. He now looks to get him behind Linger and just barged into his back a little. Allowed to keep going. Now he surges inside the Dwayne pipe. But a heavy touch allowed Egan in. Back the other way it'll come. And shipped out of play as we tick towards the end of this one. 85 minutes still gone. Sanders heads down for Walsh. Sends the cross in. Kadesha. Well away though. Very nicely done. Gould to the rescue.
That's why he's a defender.
Showing more comfort at this end of the pitch. Does nicely. Collects the ball and smashes it away.
It's definitely not the result City wanted going into next week's semi-final against Knights.
No. Knights 9-0 winners today. Sure no one up here will be thrilled to know, although admittedly Metro bottom of the championship. Perhaps not comparable with Hobart Zebras.
No, but City would have been slightly confident to get some sort of result here today.
As that one's denied at the near post. Behind it goes. He was alert there, Smith. That's behind. For a corner.
Kadesha. Been very lively when he's come on.
Yeah, making the most of his opportunity, as you'd expect the subs to. They haven't really had much of a look in, so they'll certainly be keen to make an impact and try and push into this starting lineup. Of course, Zebras taking on Olympia in the Sunday semi-final. This one's repelled. So we head towards the weekend of Oraka Seljuk Cup semi-final action next weekend. And both those ones coming your way. Here's Callan Griffin. Back to Warrener.
Bit casual there from City.
Connor just says anywhere
nonsense.
but here will do. Puts it up the park. Here's Walsh. And Bartlett. Lovely ball that from Bartlett to Rosetto. His path was shut down by Warren. Now Kadesha beaten to the ball there by Bartlett. Good first touch was taken by Gates. Feeds Sanders. And the Colonel nipped away from him. Gronwald back out to the Colonel. Comes to a stop and then lays it down the line for the overlapping Warrener. Now Gates, this is building ominously. Jinx inside. Still going Gates, sends the chip in towards the Dwayne pipe. It's whisked away There by Dylan Williams. Before it could get worse. Have a look. Some very nice work there by Jack Gates. He's shown a bit since coming on. And a City sub in the offing.
Noah Mees coming on.
Mees, is it?
Yes.
Definitely been calling him Myers.
Don't get that wrong around this part of the world.
So Noah Mees introduced here for Egan. He'll get a few minutes.
Yes, the Mees family has been since pretty much the start of City back in 1950s. Old Pete Mees.
There you go.
He's a bit of a disgruntled supporter nowadays.
Disgruntled. They might be disgruntled after today's result as a heavy backpass from Lewis. He gathered up by Mercury.
Certainly not a club that likes to be on the bottom of the ladder. I can tell you that, Drewy.
Well, I think this year's going to be all about the cup for City. Certainly the short term, as that's a lovely ball looking for Gates to get in behind of O'Connor. He takes a touch in on goal and puts it wide of the post. Walsh was arriving at the back post.
Does he have a right foot?
No, absolutely none. Well, he might. I've never seen him use it, so I assume that he's a real Ian Robin type.
I think
just all about the left.
If he got on the right foot there, probably 6-0, I reckon.
Well, lovely spin there from Walsh, but smashed away from him. Lewis was there. Kadisha. Now Gronwald. There's been a rock at the back once again, the big fella. Here's Gates. Just worked off the ball there by O'Connor. O'Connor finds Bartlett. And City find a consolation goal here. Running out of time, Bartlett didn't really have anyone moving for him there. Just wondering why not, he says. Ronald to Lewis. They've done it comfortably at the back today. Into the middle he goes, picks out Geordie Muller. Works it to Callan Griffin. Now wide for Hay. So, the Zebras, despite the loss of their coach, have not missed a beat today. They've taken a valuable 3 points to carry some momentum into their cup semi. An update from Valley Road, Jamie.
It's nearing full time there, and it is Devonport skipping away 7-1 winners.
Very comfortable. So I suppose at least City fans can comfort themselves with their neighbours in the end of a similar hiding.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think City's going to like that too much, but it is what it is.
Attention will quickly turn to the cup into the day.
There's only 1 point separating the bottom four.
Very tight. Tight out the top and in the bottom four. Not gaining any ground this week in those stakes.
It's like 2 separate
It certainly has been. But as we saw in the big cup victory, things can turn. And look, I saw this City side get smashed pillar to post by South Hobart, and then a week later they turned around and beat them. So I think they'll be putting this one behind them as they head into that night's game. And probably looking at their other results with a bit of confidence instead. I don't think David Smith's going to be a significant absence though. I think that's shown today. Yep. Always tough when you're without your number one in net. Usually an unappreciated lot of goalkeepers until they're gone.
Just even his speaking out from the back, like it's a massive loss all round. Communication. He's solid build as well.
He sends this one across looking for Togetto. But Jaden Hayes saw it away from him. Well, now in the last kind of chance for a consolation marker here, but Gronwald says, not on my watch, heads it away. Kadisha, Rossetto turning with it. One way, then the other. He's running to Callan Griffin though. O'Connor turns. Across to Kamano.
There you go.
Flipped.
Connor time,
brought down, and now a chance for at least perhaps a highlight reel moment, if nothing else for City from this game. Dylan O'Connor has just gone, I'm having this one.
Yeah, give me something to cheer about.
A couple of others hovering around. And don't you even think about it.
Dylan Williams does fancy himself.
Deep in conversation, the pair at the moment, as to who's going to take it. Is it going to be perhaps Dylan Williams this time? And he steps up and he kills it on target. Mercury makes the save.
Not much proud of that one.
Keeper gets across well. He got it up and over the wall, but at the expense, as you say, Jamie, off power. Really cool, and that will be all she wrote here from Buckby Land Rover Park. The Hobart Zebras under a new management, but a similar result to the last time these sides met. They do it comfortably in the end. A 5-0 victory. The writing was on the wall early on. And they skipped ahead by 2. City, well, they had a good little period at the start of the second half, as they did at the start of the first half, but they just couldn't keep it going, and when the goals went past them, their heads dropped a little bit, I think. So, a pretty disappointing evening for City. Zebras will head into their Cup semi-final full of confidence. That's the next time we'll be back here on the live stream. Both those games coming your way. 4 o'clock next Saturday. Launceston City look to pick themselves up after this one when they take on Glenorchy Knights at KG5. A big one, that one. And then on the Sunday, it'll be the Hobart Zebras taking on Olympia Warriors. What should be an absolute blockbuster. Do join us for that. We'll leave you with the goals from a thumping victory. And a big thank you to Jamie Richardson for the special comments today, while he typed away on the blog.
Not an easy job at all.
Absolutely not.
Hopefully I wasn't too bad for all the viewers out there.
Loved your work. Anyway, we'll leave you with the goals, and we'll be back next week. It's bye for now. Two in the middle to pick out. One of them is Sanders. He picks out. And he's watching the back of the net to make it 5-0. Laid on a platter by the blind side.